Hello again my friends, this is the boy and his dog, and welcome to the channel where I talk about, play, rank and review games on the Evercade old and new. In today's episode we continue our deeper dive of the second Sunsoft collection with the game Master Blaster Enemy Below. Let's get stuck in. Blaster Master Enemy Below is a solo player platformer developed by Sunsoft and released on the Color Game Boy in the year 2000. Interestingly, in Japan the series is called Metafy, with this iteration being called Metafy EX, and instead of controlling Jason you control a fella named Leonardo Gardner. That's interesting. Time-wise it is actually a continuation, but to look at it you would just think it's a retread of the first title. Indeed, they use many of the same sprites and visual styles of the separate areas from the original game. The game is also split as before into 3 different play types, either controlling your vehicle Sophia Free in side-scrolling sections, controlling little Jason Man when he climbs outside Sophia Free and wanders about to reach areas the vehicle can't, like narrow passages, ladders and access doors. Going through doors of Jason's allow access to the third type of play, a top-down dungeon reminiscent, looking like Dino Blaster or Bomberman but without the bomb dropping. But there are differences if you dare to delve deeper. The areas, though looking almost identical, are actually a different layout, and the top-down dungeons is now less optional as a key is needed to be found inside one to help unlock the boss area of the stage, which leads to upgrades and eventual access to the next area. Each of the areas is connected in a huge interconnected map. You sometimes need to go back through an old area with new abilities to reach the next area. And what a fun selection of abilities we get, from powered up weapons, the ability to jump Sophia Free much higher, dive in water and even traverse walls and ceilings. It's always fun when you get something new to try out on the map, or your brain dings an area from the past you know you're about to conquer. As Color Game Boy games go, it looks absolutely fine. Obviously it looks closer and chunkier compared to the original, and you can see less of the area around you because of this. The controls on the most part are cool, pressing select to get in and out of Sophia Free. Side note, jumping Jason back in will give him full health, so that's something to remember. Sometimes abilities like climbing walls need to be selected from the menu along with weapon types if you have unlocked a few options with the start button. When Jason pushing down in front of a door will access it. Top-down view has 4-way direction, and you can hold the direction you're aiming while walking in a different direction by holding B, but B is also how you use your secondary weapon, so you will always fire one when attempting to strafe. But it's all fairly straightforward. The game can be rather frustrating at times, and if you've played through the original game you may feel like you've seen it all before, even with the new additions. And if you are new to it you may feel a little bit lost at times. After the first area, which is pretty simply laid out, it can become much more sprawling, making you feel like you're aimlessly wandering mostly to dead ends as you learn the lay of the land. But if you can persevere and start to work it out, you may learn to love this quirky game. because the ideas behind it, I think, even if they are on repeat, are still interesting. I like the mixture of vehicle, on foot and top-down exploration. It's a funny one. When I first started playing it, I thought I may just talk about it in the ranking video, as it's more of the same, but the differences soon became apparent to me. Enough to realise there is at least a bit more to it and worthy enough of its own episode. Saying all that, I can't really tell if it's something people are interested in, as it does look and feel so damn similar to what's come before. So I find it hard to recommend even to fans of the original, but if you genuinely love the series, I think you'll get a kick out of the changes. And if you're new to it, I would say of all the versions, this could probably be the better starting point. As expected, this is another game that's a perfect fit for your EXP or Super Pocket, but being a colour Game Boy title, the Super Pocket just feels alright, but also looks nice enough on the big screen, so you're fine with either option there. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag in the end, with no real complaints other than the feel. You've seen it all before. And if you've made it here to the end of the episode, thanks ever so much for joining me. Leave a thumbs up or comment if you'd like. Either way, I'm just chucked your picture read in for a goosey gander. As always, I hope you're having the most awesomest of days, my friends. And until next time, be seeing you.